Hi Capricorn, and welcome to this relationships reading. My name is Linda. This reading is going to help give you a little bit of insight into the nature of your connection with somebody and what some of the underlying and unseen things might be. This doesn't have to be only for a love interest or a romantic partner. This reading could be giving you insight into any relationship that you're having right now, and once we start talking and you understand the theme of the message, then you'll know who it is that we're talking about. So this is for Sun, Moon, or Ascendant Capricorn, or you could be watching this reading if the person that you're dealing with is a Capricorn. You might find some helpful insight and messages here. One more shuffle. Alright, let's get started. The first card here is going to explain how you see yourself. You have the Eight of Wands reversed, how you see them. Four of Wands, how they see themselves, Queen of Cups reversed, how they see you, Ace of Cups, the energy between you that supports, the Tower in reverse, the energy between you that is crossing, that is challenging, the Ten of Swords reversed. Oh, interesting. The overall energy is the Sun, and the potential outcome is the Magician. Whoa. The bottom of the deck, you have the Five of Wands in reverse. Okay. I'm feeling there's definitely some kind of conflict energy here between these two people. Or something with the Tower in the middle in reverse, crossed by the Ten of Swords in reverse. Something unexpected has happened between these two people. Whether it's and it's like usually the Tower describes an external event that acts as a catalyst that causes some kind of upset or disturbance that eventually has a good outcome, but it doesn't seem like it at the time, right? So it's interesting here because you have the Sun crowning your reading, and the Sun is the most happiest, the most blessed. It's a card of success, abundance, wellness, life force. It can also be happiness, contentedness, joy. So it's all the most beneficial energies coming through the Sun. And this is the card that's crowning your reading. So it's the energy that's basically shining over the whole spread. It's capping all of these other cards. And you have the Magician in the outcome as well, which is also one of my favorite cards in the deck. It's a card, obviously, that describes something very esoteric and mystical, magical, profound, powerful. It's powerful energies. The Sun card and the Magician card together is an incredibly powerful combination to have. And these two cards are kind of describing the combined energy of the two of you and what like the overall energy is and what the outcome of this union or connection is. As I said in the introduction, this doesn't have to be a relationship reading that is a romantic connection. But because you have the Four of Wands and the Ace of Cups in this reading, I would suggest that for a lot of people watching that this is a love interest. But it's just this interesting energy here because you have the Five of Wands at the bottom of the deck. It's in reverse. And then with this Tower and the Ten of Swords in the middle of the reading, it does kind of feel like there's been some upsetting event or if not. See, the thing is sometimes when the Tower's coming out in reverse in a reading, it could be that people are avoiding some kind of need for a pretty major overhaul in their lives. And when the Tower card comes out in reverse, it's almost a little bit more disconcerting than when the Tower is upright, because what that indicates to me as a reader in my 30 plus years of reading, how I see the Tower in reverse is that if you're not actively participating in your own personal transformation, and if you're not acting upon your own impulses towards change and following your own callings as to what things you need to move or shift or reorganize in your life, then external events will occur that align with what you have actually been calling in through your thoughts and through your speech, but that which hasn't been lining up with your behavior. For example, if you're really unhappy in your job and you talk a lot of smack about your job and your boss and this and that and the other, but you don't actively seek out a shift in your career path or a new employment, then the Tower reverse could be something like you getting fired from your job because you didn't make changes of your own accord in alignment with your desires. You follow what I'm saying? So having that Tower card be in the middle of the reading here, it could be something like, you know, and because there's a Five of Wands here as well, I'm kind of feeling that there's some kind of argument or conflict happening between these two individuals. But because the outcome for these people is the Sun and the Magician, and because you have the Four of Wands and the Ace of Cups here in the upright, I'm kind of feeling like these two people could be individuals who are in other connections, and those other connections may be what this Tower card is about, because I feel like these two people might be entering into something new here with each other, and they might be coming out of existing connections with other people that has gone through a pretty major upset or turn of events. That's how I'm feeling this energy. That might not be true for everybody watching this reading though, and I'll give other interpretations on this as we go along in the reading. But that was kind of the overwhelming feeling as I was putting the cards down. So let's get into the cards one by one. You're seeing yourself as the Eight of Wands in reverse. And again, that kind of aligns with the Tower for me, because the Eight of Wands, when it's upright, is talking about swift action, things falling into place, synchronicities, everything lining up, you having an idea about something or thought or have conversation with someone, and then moments, days, minutes later, that thing that you were talking about shows up in your life. But when it's in reverse, there could be something about delays or miscommunications or, again, a turn of events. It's kind of lining up with the Tower, like I was saying. It's feeling very similar, although not as dramatic. It could be something like, how would that play out? Let's say I'm trying to like come up with an analogy for you to give you an example. I do kind of get this overwhelming feeling though that there's some kind of communication issue here with for you, communication with someone who's not in this reading. It's almost like you've wanted to make changes for a while in your circumstances, but you may have been holding back. And there's a lot of reasons why we would do that in our lives. You know, sometimes it's just not the right time, or the circumstances are not yet ideal for us to initiate and catalyze changes that we actually know we need to make. That could also be why the Tower's in reverse. It's not that you're avoiding change because you are afraid or because you're resisting or because you're lazy or whatever, any other reason. It could just simply be that it's not the right moment, or the things have not aligned yet, or the opportunity hasn't yet totally presented itself, and so it would be very complicated and difficult for not only you but for people around you if you would start to make changes in your life where, you know, it's just maybe not yet the right moment. So I'm going to move away from that and move on to the next card. If there's anything else that comes through, I'll circle back around. But how you're seeing this other person is Four of Wands. Now, the Four of Wands is the marriage card in the tarot. It's a card of celebration. It's a card of union. You can see there's like people partying, enjoying. It's literally the wedding celebration. Just trying to get that focus for you. This is people at a wedding celebrating. But because it's a four, it's about stability. It's about creating a foundation for something to build upon, which is technically what a marriage would be, like that moment of actually, you know, signing a contract to agree to enter into a partnership with someone. And again, if this is not a romantic connection with you, then this could be some other kind of partnership. We could be looking at a business partnership here or some kind of collaborative partnership, definitely. So you have the Ace of Cups there as well. So that's how you're seeing this person. Someone that you would definitely want to set up shop with, someone that you would want to enter into some kind of long-term agreement, someone you would want to live with or build a life with or get married to, something like that. It's happy. It's happy. There's happy energy in this reading. Even though there's this turn of events here, it all kind of works out really well. That's what it feels like. Now, this other person, is the way that they see themselves as the Queen of Cups in reverse. Again, I feel like these cards here and what's going on in the middle is indicative of the energies that have brought you guys into the space with each other, which is interesting. I've never experienced that in these readings that I've been doing. I designed this spread, and so I've been using it for a couple of years. And this is the first time I've ever seen energy come out like this in the spread. But anyway, Queen of Cups in reverse. It can be someone who's unhappy, someone who is maybe creatively stifled, someone who might not be dealing very well with their emotions and so is not in their best state of being as far as how they, you know, connect with life, with the world, with other people and with themselves. But how they're seeing you is the Ace of Cups. It's so beautiful. Look at these two cards. Like the way you see them and the way they see you is just this pure love energy. Pure love energy, pure creativity. Unconditional love is the Ace of Cups, right? It's like this overflowing, overwhelming, love runneth over type of situation. And you're seeing them as the Four of Wands. Like you want to put a ring on it. You want to lock it down. It's something that you are definitely into and you want to sign up for and you want to do it for a long time. So that's really beautiful. I'm really enjoying the blues in this reading. I hope the light's picking up the colors well. Also this the floral energy in both of these cards as well. It's very romantic. But I feel like it has more than just that kind of butterflies in your tummy type of romantic energy. It feels like there is something really deep and profound here that is something you want to invest in. It's not something fleeting. And what I'm getting with this Sun energy and the Magician is that this is something that the two of you have manifested. Like you've called each other into your lives through your prayer, through your service, through your intention, through your desire, through your active work on your own being to actually be of a certain vibration, to have an individual like this show up for you that matches that energy. It's pretty cool. And I think there's a lot of potential here for a very beautiful life together. Listen, guys, if you've never watched my readings before, if this is your first time here, I never give readings like this. I never speak about love and romance in these ways. I almost never speak about marriage. I kind of find it a bit annoying, to be honest. But it's really clear in this reading. And I'm enjoying it. It feels really beautiful. It feels really happy. It feels like coming home, you know? Like this person here, it feels like coming home to something. It's something very comforting and familiar. Something that feels like belonging, you know? Like you guys feel like you belong to each other. It's really lovely. And yeah, it's been a long journey to get to each other. It's been a long, hard road. Lots of ups and downs. Lots of disappointments, lots of challenges in other areas of life, in other relationships, perhaps even in other marriages. Some of you might have actually been married before. For someone watching this reading, and this might just be one person, I think this is a message for one person. This person that you're coming into this energy with is actually someone who you've been with before. And for whatever reason, you guys went your own ways and have had other adventures and other partners potentially. And for whatever reason, life has brought you guys back into each other's energy, and it feels like it's right. It feels like it's right. It feels like maybe you had to be on your own separate path for a little while and go through your own inner transformation and go through your own different life experiences to be actually able to bring you back to a point now where you can resonate much more clearly with each other in a way that allows for this potential to become actualized. I really like this Magician and Sun combination. It feels really good. Feels like really, really good energy. Very, very powerful, potent, mystical, but fun energy of creating together, creating life together, creating art together. For some people, creating music together. It's good. It feels really good. And this Five of Wands in reverse, it's like there was, again, I feel like this Five of Wands is connected to the Eight of Wands reverse, Tower, and Ten of Swords reverse. It's this, like this middle part of the reading goes here, and then these three cards here goes with this outcome energy. So maybe there has been conflict in the past. There has been difficult communications. There have been troubling and trying and difficult connections with people that have not necessarily played out well in as far as what you can feel like is a successful run at something. But it's not wrong, you know, like difficult relationships are not failures and they're not wrong. It's all necessary part of like growing and evolving and being able to see ourselves and what we need to work on and what we need to look at in ourselves. So it hasn't been wasted. None of it's been wasted. It's been very valuable. So don't ever think that you wasted your time with someone, or that you shouldn't have done that, or you know that was a failure, or that was a fuck up, or whatever. You don't need to think that way. You don't need to speak that way. You don't need to have that inner dialogue. It's just not necessary. Waste of time. Capricorn, I feel like I've covered everything here. I hope you found that useful. I hope there's some things in there you can work with. It's been an honor and a pleasure to read for you. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye for now.